So we understand a very important thing, which is routine, and we've been able to apply it and it's working. Now, the best practice is to make sure that the routine of your dog complements your own routine. And so when you are choosing the time periods to feed your dog and to let it out to poo and pee and play and all of those things, you have to take into consideration your own time as an individual. I would say that even if you're a busy person who goes to work on a daily, well, you would always have someone available in the afternoon, ideally, to be able to conform to the afternoon time schedules for your dog's routine. But then you should always do the morning and evening routine with your dog. Don't avoid those things. Don't leave it to somebody else to do. Make sure you do those yourself so that you make sure it's getting it exactly how it's supposed to get it and conforming to the right things. And then when you become absolutely sure that it understands, you can begin to leave those responsibilities or duties to whoever your help is a little bit more. But otherwise, you want to make the sacrifice at the initial stages to make the time, avail yourself, especially in the mornings and evenings, to make sure that it conforms to all the things it's supposed to conform to as part of its routine. So you might want to select the breakfast time to suit when you'll be available to give it breakfast and still have enough time to get ready for work and go out to work. And you want to feed it dinner at a time when you're going to be available after work to do this. Lunchtime is always going to be a challenge, and so that's when you might want to have somebody available who can do that in your stead. And so once you do this, I think you're not going to have much of a problem, and your dog is going to pick up very, very well to a very healthy, balanced routine. Mind you that these same principles apply to when your dog is living outside. If it's an outdoor pet, it's the same principle. It's just that it's outside and it's in a kennel. So you need to control it in the same manner. I hardly ever recommend allowing dogs to run free at night, especially when they're puppies. People have the notion that, well, it's going to be the protector of the house, so I might as well let it run around at night to gain confidence and to be territorial and all of that. That's amazing. That's good to give it that confidence. But you want to, first of all, get it to understand the structure that works for you. And so whenever you free it, you're available because you're around to see it go to the places it's allowed to. And when it goes to the places it's not allowed to, you are there to correct it. And when it gets these fundamentals during the first month or maybe two, it's going to be able to understand what's allowed and what's not allowed and what spaces to go to and what spaces to avoid when you eventually start to give it more independence, especially at night. Otherwise, you'll be left with a dog that destroys things that you don't want it to destroy, and then you begin to ask yourself how you control these things, whereas you could have controlled them right from the start by giving it the proper foundation. So it applies to both indoor dogs and outdoor dogs as well. Yes, so let's go to the next important thing.